Hey guys, it's been a hot minute, so I figured I would go ahead and give you guys a brief tour of my workspace and give you an update on what you can expect coming up, especially pertaining to the Skystones. I'm not going to go too in-depth here, just because we could spend hours going over everything if I did. I'm going to kind of leave it brief. This is just a bookshelf full of childhood favorite books, and a lot of writing journals and stuff. I do a lot of creative writing. That's among many projects. I get into plenty of fan bases. This is V from Murder Drones. She is entirely made out of clay. So that I'm showcasing simply to give you an idea of what can be done with clay work when customizing Skylanders. Okay, here I've got my little paint set up. This stuff you don't need to worry about. This is my paint drawer stack. It's not entirely paint. I've got my clay in there as well, and then clear coats, but it's pretty much all dedicated to painting Skylanders. Though I do have my little Pokemon favorites up here, except for the Absol. I need Absol. Up top, I'm gonna knock over those Weavile. I have a bunch of my metallic paints. Ooh, my lighting is not good. That is the one unfortunate thing about this part of my room. There, that might help a little bit. This part of my room just does not have excellent lighting, which is part of why I moved. My desk used to be under the window here. I moved it over here, and I think it's going to work out really, really nicely. So, metallic paints all on top. This is the fullest of my full drawers. It's got not just metallics, it's got the sparkly stuff, all the fancy, glittery. Yeah, there we go. All the good stuff. But I use metallics in a lot of custom, so I love this drawer. The next drawer down is always falling over because it's not completely full, but these are just kind of my plain colors, but in a variety of shades. All my fancy pinks, greens, all of those that I just have small bottles for. They last forever. Truly, I don't think I've ever needed to replace more than 1 or 2 bottles of these little guys. They last ages. Third drawer down is the one that I actually use the most. That's gonna come off. Hang on. There goes the Weavile. I'm actually amazed she lasted that long. So here we go. The big bottles of paint. These are my go-to. Whenever painting a Skylander, I like to go simple first, then upgrade to more specific colors if it calls for it. And then, honestly, I more often just skip from this to the shiny drawer and go over top of the base colors with the fancy colors. It looks so good every time. Just big bottles of all the classic primary colors, plus a few extras. Like, I've got a few shades of green in there. I've got a very neon pink. White, black. I'm actually, for the second time, almost out of. The color I use more than any other is black. So those 3 drawers there, those are the majority of my custom paint colors. The next drawer down here is kind of, oh, that's my junk drawer. Here we go, this one. These are my oddball paints. So I've got the glow-in-the-dark paints, I've got glass paints, I've got paints I really don't know what to do with, but I have for some reason. That's this drawer. And then down low, I've got the clay, some of the other weird stuff, mostly just clay down here. I think all my clear coats have ended up being moved to the garage. There you've got the paint drawer. It's a lot of paints. When you get into it as much as I did, you need a lot, because you do a lot. Down here, this little guy actually doesn't have anything in it, but it will have stuff in it. So you can see in progress Skystones here. I am actually, so here's the first big bit of news. I am actually revising the way I am going to make Skystones. I love the way they look and feel right now, but if I want to continue making enough Skystones to meet demand, you guys have been awesome buying so many of them, I need to cut down significantly on the amount of time it takes to make these. Right now it just takes too much time to have ample stock, and if I'm going to add, currently I only have 15 characters in production available to buy, although I'm out of stock on the main set right now. I have to find a way to cut down on time. A bunch of these fell. I have to find a way to cut down on time and make it more efficient so that I can the next time I release a big wave, I'll have 50 stones 50 unique stones to supply. We'll have the main set, the icons of the Skylands, which are what we have right now, but we're going to have the support set, which, here, might as well just bring you over here next. The little cupboard where I keep finished, oh, you cannot see in there. Well, we've got the finished, here, let me get my light turned. Woo, bear with me. Shh. There we go. There's some light into there. Okay, there we have finished Skylanders who just haven't sold. Here I've kind of got an odd space. Down here I have all the stickers for making Skystones, the boards, and the instructions. So currently I'm sitting at 30 completed sticker sets. I have to do these stickers in sets of 10, which really has kind of locked me, which is why I have not released what was initially planned to be the second half of Wave 1, which was the support pack and then the dragons. The reason the support pack has taken so long initially is because I had 4 of the characters, but because I really wanted to get Chaos in the first 2 sets so that people could start drawing him as soon as they were available, I had to bump Tessa out into the next pack, and it just took me a long time to draw all 9 of those dragons. And then I still have not finished drawing the rest of the dragons, and then obviously filling out a whole nother sheet. So it kind of added this layer of complication that I'm now going to plan out more carefully so that I can release new Skystones more regularly without bogging myself down with too much work in one go. So more Skystones are coming. The production is on pause until I refine the new way of making them. That way I can make them much, much faster, get a lot more of them available to you guys. Potentially, I don't think I can say they're going to be any cheaper because the cost of them doesn't go down any. It's just the time and work. Another little fun tidbit here. These here are for international buyers. So anybody who wants to buy from me internationally and can't buy directly from my store, all you gotta do is DM me either Discord, Reddit, or X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and we will hash it out there. I will just directly fill out one of those forms and send it to you. So don't worry if you're international, I got you covered. You guys can appreciate the dead birds my cat brings me every night. I throw them downstairs every time. Okay, I've just got a fun little shelf here that kind of helps me keep my desk clean. Paintbrushes here. Almost all of these paintbrushes get used. This one gets used the most. Top here, the Tomb Buggy, technically my first official custom. Just normal Elite Stealth Elf, handmade Elite Roller Brawl fun stuff. This was to test run my 3D printer when I got it and kind of wanted to see what all I can do with it. My modeling skills are not at this yet. I would love to learn to model. That's a matter of time taking it to learn. I do love Luna though. She turned out really nice. She was fun to print and paint. Shout out to my good friend, Not Your Overlord, for these gorgeous, gorgeous keychains. I've got the 3 girls here. These are my 3 girls, so I'm so happy they've already done all those. The rest of this is kind of my queue. You guys will see in a minute, I've got a lot more Skylanders to make. I've had ideas for most of these that I want to do, or in the case of Trailblazer and Treadhead here, they were just kind of ones like, these would be cool to actually go ahead and do. Treadhead being such a unique figure, I have no idea what I'm going to do with him right now. Trailblazer, I've got 1,000 ideas. He's a horse, it's easy enough. Although this one, if I'm not mistaken... Oh no, this is the normal one. I do have another Trailblazer sent to me as a donation because it was damaged that I want to do as well. I might do them at the same time, maybe make them a pair. Some leftover Skystone in progress stuff here, and then just kind of some random other projects I have going on. These are my original Nightfall Astroblast, a couple of my favorite characters there. Spotlight and Blackout, because I want to take care of their wings. And then what I really consider my first custom Skylander that really kicked everything off, we've got Dark Ink Splat here, and I still absolutely love her. She's still actually one of my best, because I was more careful with a lot of the details on her. Like, I did a lot more gradient colors, tiny details. I don't quite go that in depth anymore, simply for the sake of being able to get these out in a timely manner. If I get too in depth with every single custom, I'm not going to be releasing enough customs to you guys. And let me show you what I mean. So here we've got the closet. Yay, lovely space. Because yeah, I'm a big fan of the Pokemon sitting cuties. They are so fun to take to work for the little guys. I've got a handful of other customs, a gift custom here, some other favorites that I decided to keep, some of the early ones, my Moon, what did I call him again? Moonlight Robo or something like that. I'm actually not sure why Cinder's out here. I don't know if this is my Cinder or not. I need to check that. Same with the Flashwing here. They might have been out for the Skystones drawing, and I never put them back, so I need to double check if those are there. My own set of Skystones, some of Matt's awesome stickers. He's not, obviously he didn't do the art, but the fact that he's producing these is amazing. I've got a handful of them on here, again, with the little Weavile Sneasel. For some reason, these guys peel up really bad. Weavile, Sneasel, I love those guys. I probably would not have played another Pokemon game without them. So, top drawer here. This is kind of my, it's a bit of a hodgepodge. So this side is all of the rare figures and the more delicate broken figures. All of these guys are damaged in here, which is why you see a lot of girls. The female figures, because they are made with a slimmer, more feminine build, are a lot more breakable or almost broken. Like, I'm pretty sure this split. Oh no, I do have a few of the normal ones mixed in there. Okay. But more fragile figures that I'm worried about getting damaged and bent. We got a high five here who's just missing one of his wings. I'm actually going to keep him out for drawing reference. I need to draw him for his Skystone. Vehicles here in this box. I do enjoy painting the vehicles, actually. This is a lot of fun. Weird items tucked around in there. So that's drawer 1. Drawer 2, these are all damaged Skylanders. Just the bulkier ones I don't mind stacking up because they're fine. This is just a hodgepodge of pieces Matt was kind enough to send me, hoping I would be able to put them to use. And I have been able to use several of them, actually. I reunited a Thunderbolt with his sword that way. Lots and lots and lots of damaged figures. Bottom 2 drawers are undamaged. Top drawer are smaller figures that I don't want as much weight put on them. Lots of lovely characters. You can take a sneak peek there at who you might want to see customized. And then bottom drawer, same thing, just a bunch of characters to paint. Heavier characters, just a bit more robust. I want to get around the tide pool. She'd be fun. Yeah, there's my regular set. Not done yet. This red box here, the reason it's separate is because I got all of these at a really low price on Whatnot. Somebody was selling out their collection, and these all probably amounted to $1 a piece. So those are what I have for making Shadowlanders. Cheaper customs, less time for me to do, almost nothing when it comes to cost, so that I can get Skylanders out to people who can't necessarily buy the higher quality ones. Not higher quality, but the more involved ones that I have to ask a higher price for to meet demand. Then the top 2 boxes, so the bag here and then the box down here, these are donated rescue Skylanders. So all damaged figures from a couple people kind enough to send them in to be customized. The reason those are separated is because once I do customize them, I will offer them back to their owner first before I offer them to the public. So they have priority to buy them back, and discounted, of course. And then if they decide, nah, I don't want them back, I will make it available to the rest. But you can see some of the fun characters down in there. Some of these have been just painted by other people. Some are just dog chewed. Some were, yeah, here we go. It's a good example of a attempted custom, probably by a kid. I think this might have been a 4th of July attempt. It's got red and blue. Not really any intentional white. But yeah. We will do something with that eventually. So there you go. There's the main tour. You can also kind of just get a view of the rest of my room. Not all of it is too fancy. But yeah, I really enjoyed the space as it is. If ever you guys want a more in-depth detail about the things on the shelf, a lot of it is pretty meaningful. I'm always happy to talk more about this fun stuff. But you can see where my workspace is. I actually have a huge desk space. It fills up so very, very fast. I get very messy when I get painting. I use tiles. This is very whited out by the light. Tiles are my paint palette. So I put the paint directly on the tile, paint it there. I have a little shot glass as my water, and I usually have a napkin or a paper towel out here. Here's something exciting for you guys. This is a bit of a sneak peek. I have the new board, and I'm excited about it. The new Skystones board. Yay. So I have the board. I do not have the Skystones that go with it yet because I am still working on the art. The art is the biggest factor when it comes to making these, in terms of being able to make these sets available. The art just takes time, and I have to be in the right headspace to do it. If I'm not in the right headspace, it does not turn out well. I am a decent artist. There are people infinitely more talented than I am. I can get the job done, but it takes a lot of work, and I have to just be in the right zone for it. I struggle to do it when other people are around. So if I have company, I could paint figures with company, but drawing a figure is a lot harder for me. Get a good look at the little runes there. I'm very proud of how the runes turned out. I love this. They are not pulled. I did all of those digitally. I did them all. There we go. Got a good view of the board. So here's the thing with the board. I gotta have 50 stones because this is a 36 tile board. You have to have 36 Skystones to use it. The reason I have to have 50, well, I'd obviously have to have 40 in order to print off the stickers, but then I need that extra 10 because a lot of the stones are not regular playable stones. 7 of the stones within those 50 are support stones, and then another 4 are chompy stones so that you can play chompy in the middle. Those extra chompies and 2 of the support stones, which will be the hot streak and the stealth stinger. The chompies will let you play chompy in the middle, so you place chompy here, 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 and here. The game rules are explained in the set now, so if you have the core set, you'll be able to see though how that goes. I'm excited to have that game mode. I will make a how to play video that'll explain all the game modes available for this board and the core board. And then the support stones, which are ideal for this size board, they are not ideal for the core board. But those aren't usual playing stones. I still want you guys to be able to play just a plain old game of Skystones where you draw a stone and have 3 queued up and place them on the board, which means I need to have enough stones to sustain that. So that is the huge delay in any new stuff with the Skystones, is really just getting enough to support this board. Once I have those, the third wave will just have 20 stones in it. I'll have the Doom Raider mystery pack. I'll explain more at some other time how the mystery packs will work. We will have what was the next one? Oh, the support pack 2, which will have Buzz, it'll have Mags, it'll have a few other key characters, Persephone, Blobbers, and Sharpfin. I think those are the 5 I have in there. And then I'm going to fill out the rest of that 20 with some fan favorites, including Chop Chop. He is currently listed under a set in the Far From Forgotten. I'm actually going to bump him out of that and into some fan favorites. And I have 5 more spots open. So if you have a vote for who you want to see in the fan favorite set, let me know and I can see if it kind of qualifies. I really have no stipulations other than it's got to be a recognizably popular character. And kind of that's about the extent of the Skystones plans. I am really hoping to get this ready to go by spring break. And it really just all depends on how fast I can get those drawings done. My last one was Echo. I love Echo. She is a very detailed dragon, and she took very, very long to make. Thankfully, not all the Skystones are gonna take that long. Like the three chompies I gotta do, those will happen so fast. But yeah, so there you guys have it summed up. I hope I didn't talk too fast for you guys. I definitely stuttered a bit, but I'm not editing this. I'm just doing this in one take, first take. Before I go, I should let you see the little baby. This is Amber. She's my baby. I love her. I don't think she's poking her head out right now, so I'll just give her a little bit of disturbance. Let me get the kind of phone angled well so I can pick up her little hide. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Get the plant moved. There she is. Little baby. She's precious. But she's kind of going into shed, so I'm going to now leave her alone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, there you have it. There is Rainstorm Riddles. Oh, it's weird lighting now. There we go. Rainstorm Riddles official Skylander customization setup. You guys don't need anything special to get started. I've gone pretty extra with what I have. All you need is an extra Skylander, a few cheap paints from Walmart, some good brushes. I would go to Michael's and get a couple good brushes, even just one good brush. If I had to choose just the one brush that I have sticking out there, you're good. And yeah, you can always get started. I hope you all have a good day. I hope you enjoyed this impromptu video. And till next time, bye.